Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden messages in corporate filings. Looks like Venus Concept Inc. had a pretty busy August 31st, and let's just say some of those August nights were longer than others, especially when you're dealing with loans. So Venus Concept Inc. filed this report, an 8K, which is basically a way for companies to announce major events that shareholders should know about. It's like a public service announcement for investors. The big date here is August 31st of 2025, and it seems like that day was all about managing their debt and loans. Venus Concept is traded on the Nasdaq, which is a pretty well-known stock exchange, so they're playing on a big stage. Their common stock trades under the symbol Euro on the Nasdaq Capital Market. That's the ticker symbol you'd look for if you wanted to buy or sell their stock. Now, the really juicy part of this filing is about them entering into new agreements, which are usually pretty important for a company's financial health. First up, there's something called the MSLP Consent Agreement. Think of this as Venus Concept, along with its subsidiaries in the US, Canada, and Israel, getting permission or agreement from Madryn Health Partners, and Madryn Health Partners, and Madryn Health Partners, Cayman Master, on how their loans are structured. What this agreement basically did was give Venus Concept a break. Specifically, it waived certain rules called minimum liquidity requirements in their Main Street Priority Loan Agreement. These requirements usually mean a company has to keep a certain amount of cash on hand. By waiving them until the end of September 2025, Venus Concept got some breathing room. This suggests they might have been struggling a bit to meet those cash requirements, and this agreement helped them avoid a potential problem. Next, we have the 19th Bridge Loan Amendment. When you hear amendment, it means they're changing an existing agreement. And 19th suggests they've had quite a few changes to this particular loan. This amendment is really important because it pushed back the deadline or maturity date for their bridge loan. It was originally due on August 31, 2025, but now they have until September 30, 2025 to pay it back. This is another sign that the company needed a bit more time to sort out its finances, and they got it through this amendment. It seems like they're juggling multiple loans and trying to manage their cash flow effectively. Then there's the Notes Consent Agreement. This one involves other types of loans called Secured Subordinated Convertible Notes, which the company issued back in March 2025. Similar to the first agreement, this one also waived minimum liquidity requirements, but this time for the 2025 notes, also until the end of September 2025. Again, this points to the company needing flexibility with its cash. They're essentially getting waivers on these requirements across different loan agreements, all pointing towards the same goal, managing their immediate cash situation. This part of the report lists all the detailed documents that back up what they're saying. Exhibit 10.1 is the actual MSLP consent agreement we talked about. Exhibit 10.2 is the 19th Amendment to the Bridge Loan Agreement. And Exhibit 10.3 is the Notes Consent Agreement. Finally, we have the signatures from the company's executives, confirming that the information in the report is accurate. Dominic Della Penna, the Chief Financial Officer, signed off on this report. As the CFO, he's responsible for the company's financial management, so his signature here means he's standing behind these agreements and the financial picture they represent. So what's the big story here? Venus Concept Inc. is clearly in a period where they're actively managing their debt and cash position. They've secured extensions on loan payments and obtained waivers on liquidity requirements for multiple agreements. This isn't necessarily a sign of imminent doom, but it does indicate that meeting immediate financial obligations might be a challenge, prompting them to renegotiate terms. The fact that they've had 19 amendments on one loan alone suggests a pattern of needing adjustments. From a Warren Buffett perspective, you'd look at this and ask about the underlying business. Are these loan issues a temporary blip, or do they point to a deeper problem with Venus Concept's revenue generation or cost management? The company is in a competitive space, and if they're struggling to maintain basic liquidity, it could impact their ability to invest in growth, innovation, or even day-to-day operations. The extensions show they have lenders who are willing to work with them, which is a positive, but it also means they're operating with a tightened financial belt. The crucial thing will be what happens after September. Can they secure new funding, improve their cash flow, or are they likely to seek further extensions or more drastic measures? The company's direction seems to be focused on survival and stability in the short term by actively managing its debt obligations. The strength lies in their ability to negotiate these agreements, showing some level of cooperation with their lenders. However, the weakness is apparent in the need for these extensions and waivers, indicating potential cash flow challenges. A significant risk is their ability to meet these revised deadlines and requirements without further disruption. An opportunity could be if these breathing periods allow them to execute a turnaround plan or secure more stable long-term financing. In conclusion, Venus Concept is navigating a choppy financial sea, using agreements to extend lifelines. The coming months through September will be critical to see if they can set a more stable course. Alright, that's our breakdown of Venus Concept's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching. See you next time.